Welcome to the Roboton online training. I am Hilardo Hinovia. I am from TGSI, one of the product specialists here. I am based in Leyte, and without further ado, let's just begin. Trading house rules. Coaches must participate. Use your real name. Keep mic muted. Record important notes and raise hands for questions. Or if you have something to speak, just tell me, or you can just chat it in the chat box, and I will do my best to entertain it. Now for the agenda for today's training, we have introduction to IROC PH website, the introduction to basic programming concepts, introduction to data types, naming conventions, robot basic movements, and Q&A. So in this training, we expected that we can learn about programming theory, C++ fundamentals, and basic movements. So websites to check. This is for the international. We have iroc.space and roboton.asia. So as far as I know, roboton.asia was the old website. So the new one is iroc.space. You can just check it out for updates regarding the international roboton. And then for the Philippines, we have our own website, which is www.iroc.space. So same domain /ph. So let's just open this one. So here you can see we have the IROC Philippines 2026 website. You can check here. We have the first training session with Sir James, the briefing if you want to check it. Then our theme for this year, and of course we have the free challenge. You can try this. Let me just open it new. There you go. Okay, so we have manual mode. This one. Let's check this one, so you can just do it if you like. And then next you can find let's skip that. So this is just the IROC Philippines. Next is the competition categories if you like to check if saan po kayo nabebelong, either explorer, creator, innovator, or master. Then we have the key dates. Ito po, it's still open. The registration is still open. Then we have the national briefing, still open. You can rewatch it above here. Then of course of physical AI. Then here you must check if you want to review about the gameplay, the rule book, and the score criteria. So you can just check it here. We will also add more sa website as the competition is and the preparation pala is ongoing. So check it out. There might be, some hints in completing the missions here and there. We might post something here and stuff like that. So check this out. So next, then for the basic programming concepts in this training, this is what we would learn. First is what is programming, how robots interpret commands, and of course, program flow. So tips and tricks that I will share to you that may help you in the competition. So programming at its core, it's just, giving a set of instructions. It can be as simple as adding two numbers, or it could be, adjusting the temperature based on a thermostat or a specific temperature in the room. For example, climate control systems, could be an automated greenhouse. So there's a lot. It could be very simple, or it could be very, very complex. So next, since we are a little bit short on time, I would like to emphasize that robots interpret commands sequentially. So from the first line to the second line, ganyan po yung pag-i-execute niya ng command. Hindi po siya pwedeng mag-jump na lang. Okay, so last training session, James was talking about the void loop. So the void loop can be considered as your entry point to the commands that you are trying to tell your robot. So it is executed from the top to the bottom. Now, meron din tayong blocking and unblocking commands. So blocking commands, example, for those who have already tried programming leanbots is the wait distance that's one of the blocking commands. So yung blocking commands, hindi niya inaalaw mag-proceed yung next na, for example, you have the first command, and then the second. Now, yung blocking command, ini-stop niya dito. Then, non-blocking is that it executes the first one, then executes the second one at the same time. So, another example for the non-blocking is the leanbot.tone. So, you can use that. You can check that out if you haven't. Then, of course, robots only follows proper and correct commands. So, hindi po pwedeng sabihin natin leanbot.move forward. So, you have to still learn the syntax. Kasi nga, robots are very good at following commands but never making them. So you have to talk to the robot the way na may understand niya yung sinasabi mo. Hindi pwedeng gumawa tayo ng sariling syntax natin. So you still have to learn about the syntax of the robot. So next is, you can just let me just open an IDE. You would know what I'm talking about. So here we have the basic leanbot motion. So hindi po pwedeng sabihin natin na LB motion dot forward. Hindi po siya ganyan. We still have to follow this one since the robots only follow proper commands. Ganyan po yung ibig kong sabihin. So next would be pseudocode. Pseudocode is like a plan for the program. It is made before the real code to help think and organize ideas. Engineers write pseudocodes first to keep code from getting mixed up later. Then think of the pseudocode as your logic map. Diba? When we code, we have to think first, what instructions are we going to give to the robot so that it could execute the specific action that we'd like. Di pa pwedeng, you have a problem, then you just go straight to code. No. So pseudocodes, especially, ito po ay very underrated na part sa programming. A lot of people would just like to jump in and start coding directly. What I'd like to do is, of course, make a map of what I would like the program to do, and then code it na during when I sort it out. Okay, I want the program to do this, I want the robot to do this and that before I start coding. Also, pseudocode would also help you organize your code, especially pag mataas na siya, so that when you try to do a practice run, you would know, okay, when I turn left, the problem is there. So then, dun ka lang magde-debug. So you won't have to, check saan ba yun, anong line ba yun, because you have your pseudocode. How do you do a pseudocode in programming? So for Blockly, we have this one, and then this one. So for example, when I say move forward, and then of course after that I want the robot to like go turn right 90 degrees. Okay, ganyan. So now when I put the code here, I have an idea on which goes which. Okay, the move forward, for example, first command ko move forward, nag-backward siya. So okay, eto dito lang ako mag-check. So I would not have to scan my code because I now have my pseudocode guiding me kung saan ako pwedeng mag-check, saan yung nasira, saan yung commands na mali. So yeah, that's one of the So for the C++, we have, what I like to do is just do this one. So like first action, then the code goes here, the second would be this one, then here, this one. So later on, we would discuss the what you call a modular coding. So in the loop, we don't have to do everything here. So we don't have to like type every commands here. So we can do other actions like separating this one into that one. So that would be for I guess it is next week. So stay tuned. So we have our pseudocode here. Now, when we try to code, we already know, okay, ito yung gagawin ko. So first action, I would like LB motion dot run LR and stuff like that. Kasi alam ko na Alam ko na kung anong gagawin ko at that specific time, ano yung i-check ko, ganyan siya. So moving on, for example here, since James already discussed about the mission, for example, what I'd like to do, I want to get the Jenga block here. Andito siya sa Seat Digital Downtown. So that is zone H. Let's remove this. Use this one. So I have my robot here. So, oops, nawawala pala. Okay. Yan. So I have my robot here. Now I want to use line tracking. And I want to get the Jenga blocks here. Kunwari, ilalagay ko lang siya. So that is mission 1, the containment. Gusto ko siyang ipasok sa zone H. So in my mind map, in my pseudocode, what I'd like to do is first move forward until I detect this joint right here. After I detect that joint, okay. Then Let's do it. Ito, yan. Para mas maintindihan nyo. Yan siya. Okay, so let's do blockly na lang so that everyone can relate. Kasi we were short on time. So there you go. Okay. Okay. So here, first is move forward until joint detection. Then, eto po siya, yung joint. Yan. And then, since I would like my robot to go here, then above, and then going here. So now, I would just like do turn right 90 degrees after. Then, later on, I would just go follow line until junction detected. Yan. Then after which, let me do that. After, andito na ako. So, follow line. So, I am here already. Now, we want to move left going up. Okay? So, now, I would say, turn left 90 degrees. Ito na po tayo. So, now, after I turn left, I would just say again, move forward until junction detected. So this is just wala pa tayong coding. So this is just, a sample of pseudocode. And then after, so move forward, andito na tayo. So we're moving forward above here. Now, eto yung nadidetect natin. So let me just clear this up a bit. Dami na kasi. Yeah, okay. So after we detect the junction, we will just go move forward a bit lang. Or we could just go turn, let's just do 45 degrees. And then we move forward, let's say 50s. Oh, is it? Sorry, 40 centimeter. Just in case, like we are turning again. Wait lang. Yan. Okay. So we are turning. So naka-face na po tayo doon. Ready to take our Jenga block here. So yan. Move forward 40 centimeter and then you can like do close gripper. And then later on, you can just go turn again. Pwede nyo lang siyang turn 60 degrees to zone H. So yeah, so that's my whole logic map for this specific action. So as you can see, wait lang ulit. Ayan. So now we have our specific blocks ready for coding na. So hindi na siya medyo what you call this? Medyo messy kasi we have this one. So if you have a question, tumataas ba yung code? Nope. Well, tumataas siya when you look at it. But on the robot side, this one is ignored by the compiler naman. So it would not affect your memory if you are concerned about that. So wala po siyang So this is just, visual cues on what you would like to do at that specific point of line in the code. So yep, that's it. Let's proceed for the next one. Oops. Okay. So now we have our data types. So you have our integers or int. So this is done by using int that score. So if you are wondering how do you do that on Blockly, here variables and then you can just do global. Let me refresh this. Yeah, here. You can just do this and then set this as a number, and as you can see, you have our int I here. So yep, that's it. And then float decimal numbers. If you like, a little bit precise with your measurement, you can just do float because integers does not support decimal points. Wala po siyang, if you say it score 5.5, that's gonna be an error by the compiler. Kasi di po siya pwede. You need to use float if you want to play around with decimals. Then you have your characters or the char na data type. Then we have booleans or bool. This just represents true or false. So dalawa lang po yung pwede niyang maano. It's either true or false, or in some languages it can be 0 and 1. So what I'd like to do when naming is when I have a boolean, I'd like to add is, like is detected, is line black, is blocked, something, so that I would just know that it's checking for a true or false. Kasi yung minsan iba hindi nila nilalagay. So that's just for me. Then of course we have the stray with capital S that represent text. So this might be useful for those who are on innovator and master categories. If you want to use the IoT dashboards, you can just use this data type. And then let's go with the naming conventions. So naming conventions is a set of standards that are generally accepted by the majority of developers, software engineers, programmers all over the world. So in C++, we usually use the following, Pascal case for classes. You might have encountered this na. So here, we have Pascal case for classes, this one. So as you can see, this is following LB motion, LB mission, LB motion. So this is following the naming conventions. So, when you try say classes, that is the leanbot or the library that we are using. It's still using this naming convention. And then screaming snake case for constants and global variables. I just added it. That's what I'd like to do when I code myself, because we try to look in the code. We already know, okay, this is a variable, that this is a constant or a global variable. Alam na natin, hindi natin, when we check, ano ba to? Ano bang ginagawa nito? Saan ba to nakalagay? Is this local? Is this global? So if you don't understand yet what's the meaning of local and global variables, so stay tuned again in the next training. And then camel case for local variables and local functions. So ganyan lang po yung naming conventions. Next is, in naming variables and functions, we must always use a variable name that represents what a variable do. Hindi po pwedeng we just say, instead we just use int A and int B, bool C, string X, string Y. Di po siya ganun. Why we do this is that we already know that coding, is very complex. Sometimes medyo mataas na yung code. This naming conventions will help us, check already, okay, in this part, this variable does this bit. Okay, this variable means this bit. So that mas madali yung life natin pag debug ng mga code. Hindi pwede, well, if you like, you can just use A, B, C, D. But when you try to check, ano bang ginagawa nitong C? Ano nga tong A? Ano nga tong D? Okay? So that's why we do that. Next is, remember that there are also reserved keywords depending on the programming language that you are using. For example, dito sa C++ that we are using, byte, long string, const, scope, and many more. So you can just check it out on the documentations for the reserved keywords. You cannot use these words as a variable name. So now, baka magtanong kayo, do I need to follow the naming convention that you've discussed? The answer is no. Hindi po siya required. You still need to decide your variable name. Kasi when you try to look at your code and your code is very messy, going to get lost. When you have a lot of code and then you have your variables all mixed up, remember, if for example, you have 200 lines of code, then you're just using A, B, C, D. At one point in time, you will forget kung ano yung meaning ng A, ano yung ginagawa ni B, tsaka ni C. So it's better that you use your naming conventions. For example, we go void zone A, go to zone A. So you already know what does that line does. Let's try to apply what we learned in the demo. So let's do with the demo time. So just the basic movements lang. Dito na tayo. For now, we are just using, since we will be using our digital twin. Let me get the mission name. There you go. Okay, so for this demo, we just do this. So now, applying what we have learned. For example, what I want to do is the basic movement. So I want it to move forward 10 centimeters na lang. Say yan. Or let's just say 20 para medyo mataas. Then, let's do what I want it to do next is turn, turn right 90 degrees. So yan. Yan lang muna. So for the Blockly, you can just check it here. But for those who are using for IDE, you can just check it here. But for those who are using Blockly, so let's just do it. So we have run. Let's just keep it at that. Then let's do this one. So now I know what I'm moving for is 20. So I can just do 20 here. Then of course motion stop. Now next code that I would do is this one. So I need to turn right for 90 degrees. So again, let's do this one. Turn, and then, so since it is right, there you go, negative, then you can just keep turning for 90 degrees, and we go with motion stop again. So now we have our code here. Since we are using comments or the pseudocodes that we've done, imagine lang if this is a very long code, we already know. For example, oops, I made a mistake. This one. So let's try if mag-work ba siya with the digital twin. So let me do this one. Let's do that. Do this one. Okay. So let me get my Beanbot first. And then let's try to do with the digital twin lang muna. Kasi the we're still working on some things on the Python. So let's just do digital twin lang muna so that you can just check. Yeah, let me sana yun. Ayan, so let's just upload this one. So this is for the Blockly. Next, we just do a little bit demo sa variables. And tips and tricks here and there that might help you in doing your in doing the fun, in doing your contest. So let's just connect this one. Let's see if magre-receive ba siya. Yep, okay. So let's start. Diba, what we are doing is moving forward and then turning right. Okay? Oops, ano yan? Okay. So move forward and then it should turn right at some point. Kasi yun yung gusto natin eh. But as you can see, still moving forward. Right? So now, wala paano yun. Di ba gusto kong mag-turn right siya, bakit hindi? So we already know, saan kaya ito pupunta? Okay. So now, we already know that here, there's a problem here because moving forward is okay. It's fine. It's working. But here, sa 90 degrees, this one isn't this command or this there's something wrong here in this command. So now I already know where to check. Remember, kuya, bilis lang naman yan i-check kasi ano lang, maliit lang. Yes, but imagine if you have longer code, then mas mahirapan kayo. Because what I like to do when programming these kinds of things is that um I do it by action. So for example, action 1, you need to do moving forward and do this and that so that I could learn from my code, okay, this bit is what makes the robot move forward. This bit is what's turning it right. This bit, ito yung ginagawa niya, nilalagay niya dito. So ganyan yung ginagawa ko. For me lang you may have your own programming style, but for me, I'd like to do that. Because having map or having your logic map in your head, or in this case, in our code, makes us know saan tayo nagkakamali. Like, okay, we do with turning right 90 degrees. Hala, ba't di nag-turn right? So, okay, I just find the code where it says turn right 90 degrees. And then I'll just debug from here. For example, eto. Um, we have eto, 'di ba alam ko okay hila hindi to nagana because as you can see I guess it's still oh it's still running. I don't know where is it. So let's just close this bit, and I might need to reset my Leanbot so that hindi siya dito sa desk. So now I know that this bit right here, turning right, is where I am doing it wrong because hindi siya nagti-turn right. So when I scan the code, for example, we have our C++ IDE here, I already know that this bit is the problematic bit. Sabi niyo, "Sir, pwede bang ganito lang? Wala na yung open brackets, turn." Yeah, pwede naman. It's like I said, it's up to you. This is just for the sake of the demo for today. So you can either use this one or you can just use this one. So it's still the same. Wala pong pagkakaiba. Yung pagkakaiba lang is the way it is structured in the code. Eto sa IDE natin. In here, since it is separated by brackets, you can just click this and you would already know that this move forward 20 centimeters starts from here and ends from here. Same with your Blockly, since like I said, you have this one. This is a one block of code. But when you do this one, this type of comment, wala po siyang ending. So for example, let's say move backward naman 20 centimeter. Yan. So wala po siyang block of code. So does it matter? Aesthetically, it's up to you. But for me, it doesn't matter whether I do this or I do this. So it's really up to you. So now, let's go back. Okay. Eto pala yung mali. So, okay. So when I turn, I want to turn right, but then I did not set it to negative. So alam ko na, okay, eto pala yung mali. So I just copy this one, paste it here again. So this is our changes, or change in this case. Then we can do with moving forward na. So let's just wait for it to compile. There you go. So let's go with digital pin again. Pair my Leanbot if we like. There you go. Let's see. Let's just wait if ma-receive it. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if sakto na ba. Yeah, James. Later. Okay. So let's see if mag-ano na ba siya. Okay, so now we already know, okay, it's working. Since it's turning right, it's doing what we like to do. So if we want to try, let's try nga yung yung bago. If since James is kind enough to give us here. Okay. Let's try. Try natin yung yung just remove this one. So let's just try since we have a bit of time because I was doing the lecture faster. So let's go with basic form. Yun. Let's see if it's doable naman. Ay, hindi pa, James. Ayan, okay. Yan, okay. There you go. Yan. So here, this is the field track. So ano lang, moving forward lang, it's just the same. So yeah, for example, since we're here, so let's try to move it forward. Wait lang, so sobra ba siya? Okay, so sobra siya. So let's do around, let's just try 75, 98, 85. Okay. So let's do this. Dito muna tayo sa ano, sa blocking. This is just, beginning. So now we know that can I draw? Okay. Here. So when we turn, sobra tayo onte. So andito siya for moving forward. So what we did is we try to lessen our turning radius so that sakto tayo dito. So that when sakto tayo, let's just move forward, and I guess that would be mission 1. So in your case, magla-line tracking po kayo. So this is just for example lang. So later on in the future sessions, we will tackle with that also. So here's a Blockly. We've lessened this kasi alam natin in turning right, sumusobra tayo. So now, let's say 85 na lang. 85 degrees moving to zone, saan zone ba yan? Saan yan? Okay, zone H. Well, H for mining. Okay. So now, next we plan is we just say move forward to to contain na lesion block. Okay. Let's try. Okay, 'di ba we go move forward to contain pollution block. So I guess this is ano ba to? So let's just try 40. So 30, 30, keep running. Oops, not this one. For let's just say another 15. Sample lang. Okay, so let's copy this one, paste it in our IDE. Okay, and let's re-upload this. Let's just close muna tayo ng digital twin. So let's wait for it to upload. Then let's try if we could um do the mission 1. So this is just, the basic bit. Di pa to yung actual na. Let's just wait for it. This one. Oh, I forgot. This one, Synapse CT01. Okay, so for those who are trying to measure the models without the actual, so you can use this if you have an account. Try to measure, try to gauge out where are you getting your points? How are you getting your points? Since this year the missions are not sequential, so you could do any missions you like as long as you try to get the most highest score. So let's run it again. Okay. Let's just wait for the track to load. Medyo malaki kasi siya, eh. And yan, okay. So let's try to start. So nade-delay siya. Teka lang. Nagrarun na dito sa akin, eh. Okay, it's not. Let's really redo it again. Let's just try this again. Kasi di siya nag-run, eh. Oops, ano yun? Okay, let's try. If magra-run na ba siya. Yan. Okay. Oops. Okay. So yan. Now, we already have, ano, medyo di siya ano ng onte. But still okay. So for the sake of demo purposes lang naman. So there you go. That's how you do it. Now, what I'd like to do next is some sort of, an application dun sa sinabi natin na variables. So for example, eto. What I'd like to do is just rename this. Let's do it speed. I do with 59 since the max. Now here, pwede natin siyang gawin. What we would do is just plug it in here. Now, let this do check this out. Now here we have ano yun? Ay, hindi pa pala pwede. Here, okay. So since this is negative, so let's just do another ano, rename this as so here. So this is a number, this is a number also. Then let's just negative speed here. So let's just do that muna. Then let's add negative 9. Yan lang muna. Yan. For the block click. So this is just, there you go. So let's move this one. And then let's just do it there. Here. Yan. So yan lang muna. Now here, yes. So here, we already set it to the speed and negative speed. So this is just an example. So in C Sharp, in the IDE, it is much easier. But for those who are using Blockly in the participants, this is just a sample. As you can see, now we already have our global variable. So this is an example of a global variable. So andun siya sa pinaka ibabaw. So you might seen this already yung sa line tracking, you have your end speed at the top. So what this does is, 'di ba, Sir James already discussed this, that a variable is just a container that's holding the data. So now, when I say 59, okay, gusto kong medyo ano lang, medyo chill lang siya. So let's do it 20. And then here, let's do -20. Now, you can already see that, bringing a lot of modularity to the code by just the variables. Now, I don't have to change everything. So, sabi ko, oh, ang bilis naman. So, gusto kong medyo mahina lang, slow lang slide. So now, I can just change it globally. Hindi ko na siya need na, we just set it, I 59, 20, 20, and dito din, setting 20. Since I am using variables, so this is just one of the applications. So let's see if talagang mag-ano siya. Medyo hihina yung, ano niya, yung movement. So again, let's open digital twin muna. Let's wait for it to upload. Para ano, view, again, just connect it. Yan. Okay, so let's run it again. Let's see if, medyo mabagal na ba siya. So, let's try. Tapos hindi pala siya nag-move, no? Ayan, medyo mabagal na siya yan. Compared ng kanina. Yan, okay. So, medyo, pa din, hindi pa siya, pero matatamaan na yan. Yan. So, now, I could just, I could maybe do, like, this one, I put it in a variable, but, it's up to you. Now, for the one who are using the C++, actually, you can just do speed and then just add negative here, and it will do the job for those who are using. So you can just have one global speed, and then you just set it to negative here. You might find it on the line tracking na merong mga prefix ng plus or affix ng ganyan, but it would be for the later discussions. So there you go. You can just do that. We might say, for example, this one. Let's put it in a variable. Dito naman tayo. Saan? So, int, let's go, int, turning, okay. So, this is a dito na lang. Say, for example, local variable lang. Let's say, int, so ito, okay, sample lang. Hindi pwede itong int, So, this is, hindi siya allowed since reserved keyword siya. Another is const, which is a constant. So, hindi siya pwede, hindi pwedeng yung variable name mo is string, mag-error siya, or, string with a small one. Hindi siya pwede. Hindi din pwede sabihin mo first action. Yan, bawal din yan. So, yung number yung first, bawal yan. So, let's try to check if magra-run ba siya. Just close this digital pin lang. Okay, yan. So, block din, bawal siya. So, what you do is you just go, you type it out. First action. Ayan. So, for example, we say int turning degrees. We put it, let's say, ano ba yun? Let's lower the like 80. So, I can just plug it, this one. I can just use it here. So, di ba, we have, ito siya kanina. So, now, as you can see, we already have, kind of readable. Kasi ginagamit natin yung variables. Sabi nyo, dapat ba talagang gamitin namin yan, kuya, or yan, sir? Hindi naman. Ayun naman din yung nasusunod eh. Sample lang din naman to. So, there you go. Still the same. Let's try running it again. Baka, medyo tumama na siya. So, this is just, a sample here and there. Later on, we will have a much more detailed and much longer code. So, stay tuned. So, let's try to do it. Let's do it again. So, ano lang, if you like, for example, you are doing this one, you are trying to gauge out, you can just press control and slash. So it would become a comment just in case you'd like to, compare kung anong ginagawa ng line na to and line na yan. So that is one of the tips I can share to you just in case you didn't know. So let's try to do a perform. Let's see pag tumama na siya. Oh, pag hindi, di okay. So ayan. Let's just wait for it to receive the ano. Okay. So I have no tracks here. Yung ginagawa ko yan. Ginaganon ko yung ko lang yung lead. So let's try. Yan, pag tumama na ba talaga siya. So you might need to use line tracking on this one, guys. So yan, okay. Yun. So for example, gusto ko, okay, I want it to be a little bit faster. So I just set it here. So I can just use that one. And then, let's just comment it out. So now I don't have to change everything here, since it's automatically inferred by the by the compiler, that this speed variable and negative speed is now being set to an integer of 59. Hindi na siya need mong i-update everywhere in your code. For example, you have your global speed, then you can try to use or apply this in your solutions ngayon. So let's just reset the digital twin. Waiting for it to upload na lang. Okay, so let's see if bibilis ba siya o hindi. So okay, we still have time. So we might try to to return the lean bot sa CRL or sa terminal or the crisis response lang. So okay, that's just a little bit demo regarding the variables. So now, mas mabilis na siya kumpara kanina, right? There you go. And as you can see, sumobra na tayo kasi we already are doing the max speed. So you might want to check in on that too. And later on, we might discuss operators. We might discuss a function that when you have this speed, it automatically decreases it to like, a set value. But later on, we are still planning with James. So stay tuned pa din. Now, what I'd like to do is go back to 30 again. Then let's just try to, di ba, we ended here. So for the sake of the demo, let's try to rotate it going that way and then moving forward. Now, here, let's do it. Ito na lang. So let's do the other one. So this is on IDE na din. Let's do turn towards CRL or terminal. So after that, we go move forward to terminal. Now I can just do LB motion RPM, then we go speed turn. So we are turning which way? Okay, turning right again. So okay, then right, go that one. Then we have LB motion, the weight rotation degree. Now we're not using this one, so we are trying to put the actual values. 95. Let's just say if sige, 90 na lang muna. Then that's the one. So let's do that, and then after which we try to move forward the So we use the speed again. So that if gusto natin i-adjust yung speed, we can do it directly and here. Okay? So now we are with distance mm. We go another, let's say another 50. So this is an millimeter. So this one is your multiplier. Eto yung actual centimeter distance. Kasi dito sa ating class and the function of weight distance so this still following the naming convention, this accepts millimeter. Pero since we are doing centimeter, so we have to multiply it by the multiplier. So yan yung solution that's top. So okay. Let's try if if okay ba to, then after which let's do the Q&A and hopefully let's end the session. So let's try to run it again. Pag tumama, very good. Pag hindi, let's try it again. Okay, let me, i-reset the input. Saglit. Nakakonect kasi yung Bluetooth. Yan. Yung, so, let's try this again. So, when you are coding, don't hesitate to try. You will fail a lot, but it's part on the joy of, coding. Since pag gumana naman, masarap naman siya sa feeling. And of course, another tip from me, you try to break your code. Kung, try to comment out some things, try to check what that line does, it would make you better. For me, because when you break your code, you will know, okay, this line does this pala, then you would understand. If you're just trying to, copy pasting all the time, you will get better, of course, but when you break something, you will know, okay, eto pala yung ginagawa niya, okay. So when I try to do this, I should avoid this and that. So ganyan siya. Okay, so move forward, then just turn. Oops, okay. So kulang. So let's but then it's okay, Okay na 'to. It's still score. It still is part na puwede na 'tong ma-score. So I guess for the demo, since it's almost 11:30 na din, let me present it again. Let's move forward to the Q&A. So, try to ask questions if you like, and I'll try to answer them hanggang sa makakaya ko lang. So, yeah. Nga pala, for the next session, when do we work on it po? What do you mean? You can try to work on your solutions as early as now after you have registered. For the materials and the field models and the field tracks, we will update you as soon as possible. We got word from it. But then, you have the guidelines on the website. You can do what I did and try to, measure out what's the distance between this bit and this bit and stuff like that. You can try it as early as now after the session, try to run around the track, try to, I guess the line tracking is not yet working sa digital twin, but you can try to gauge out the measurements. You can try to plan out the routes that you would take. Remember, hindi po siya fixed. So what you need to do is try to compute for the maximum score and then try to do the mission itself. You can plan, you can create your pseudocode, you can upload it to your Git as preparation. During the training, there would be practice runs. So we're still planning with James how to do that. We might ask you to open up the cams or camera so you can check. We can try to score or do a mock competition here in the training if you have time. So yeah, stay tuned for the next session nga pala. As I was saying, we're going to modularize our code. So ano ba yung modularize? Since wala namang questions, no? So let me try to share it again. So what we are trying to do is, for example, this here contains 3 lines. And this here contains another 3 lines. So we try to tidy up the code and then, make this as one line. Isang line na lang para sa tatlong commands. So that is what we're tackling next week. So I will still be your host for the next week. So I hope you stay around. And yeah. So any questions that would be for next week? When you have, many commands, we try to modularize our code. We try to move this here and there. Try to play with it and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. So any questions pa? So we have another 3 minutes. Since everyone knows how to move forward, backward, and stuff like that, ano lang to, very easy lang muna. The first weeks, chill-chill lang tayo. Then later on, let's do the complex one. Ma'am Cherry, sa Aika.
Hello, sir. Good
Hello po.
morning.
Good morning.
Which one do you suggest kapag ginagamitan nila nung variable na tinuro nyo po? Mas madali ba siya sa Blockly or sa C++?
Mas madali po siya sa C++ kaysa sa Blockly. Kasi sa Blockly, we cannot do a negative speed po. So that's why we had to do the negative speed. But for the C++, it's much easier. For example, when you do your runs, you have your fixed speed, and then based on the turning radius or the line tracking, which will be discussed later on, you can adjust that speed on a variable. Katulad nung ginawa natin, 'di ba? We have plus and then minus. But for the later sessions, hindi po siya sa harap. Andun po siya sa gilid. So that we can adjust when turning and then when moving forward based on the line that you are following. Ganun po siya.
Sir, pwede po bang pa-share yung Blockly nyo?
Yes po. Yes.
Para
What do you mean share po? You share the actual code or the screen? Okay. Yes
yung
po.
kanina po, yung may codes.
Sure po. Wait lang po Let me share it again. Would you like me to make a repository for the sample programs so I can share it to your
Yes.
accounts? Okay.
Pwede.
You can try to send your emails here yung Pythaverse account so that we can get that and then we just share it to you so that you can have your copy since meron naman tayong Git. So why naman hindi natin gamitin, di ba? So ito
Yes
po.
po.
Ito po,
Ayan
Ma'am
po,
Cherry.
para
Yes.
lang po dun sa mga students namin na used to Blockly kasi especially yung mga Explorer and yung
Yes po.
first two na po kasi
Ah,
di ba mostly Blockly talaga po yung ginagamit nila.
yes po.
So since sabi niya mas okay yung mga variables na to na gamitin sa C++, nakita niyo naman dito sa right side, di ba? Pwede po dyan na nila yun. Yan na yun talaga, di ba? Yung parang C++.
Yes po.
Yun po. So, pwede dyan na din sila i-edit po, di ba? So,
Um,
even though they're using
yes.
Blockly, pwede po dito sa right side.
Hindi
Dyan sa right side.
hindi po kasi to na-edit eh. So you still have
Okay.
you still
So,
have to copy po dito sa IDE. Kasi
opo.
ito po siya.
Yun. So,
Yeah.
kapila, yan. Tapos paglabas, yan na yun.
Yes po.
Opo.
Kasi hindi po siya na-edit dito eh. Kasi ito yung binibase niya. Ito. Yan, this bit. Wait lang. Yan. Ito, meron naman pala. Ito. So, this bit is what is being translated to dito. So, this is just one-way translation po. Bawal po siya gumanon. Hindi po siya. So, X po yan.
So,
So,
in case they want to use the variable, all they need to do is yun nga, i-transfer po dun sa
C++,
kabila.
IDE. Yes po,
Wait
sa
lang.
IDE natin. But still, they can still do this. This is lang po, for demo purposes lang. Kasi later on, we try to check sa Blockly din, the line tracking. We have our IR line here. So ito po siya. Okay, later on, we're still planning more so that it would help you sa contest sa International Robothon. So this is for the sake lang po muna ngayon.
Thank you, sir.
Sige po, Ma'am Sherry. Thank you din. So, any questions po from everyone? Oh, there's a chat. Yeah. Ma'am Cherry, pwede pa-send po ng PVID nyo po so that we would make this as a repository after which and then I will just add you to this.
Sige po, sir.
Kayo po.
I-ano ko po yung Gmail.
Yes po. The Pythaverse ID or email po so that we can add you. And the students also, you can share. Yung mga andito, you can share. Since this is a free training, this is free with you. You can use this as your example. Yeah, anyone who has still questions so that you can end. So I hope nga na meron pa din kayo next week. Ako pa din yung trainer nyo. So I hope you stick around for the next week, and then I guess next week was is Sir James again. So salitan lang po kami. Okay po, thank you, Ma'am Cherry. So guys, super grateful that you are here today. I hope I can see you next week pa din. Let's try to learn something. Ano lang, chill lang, chill session lang with me next week. That is on May 22. Thank you very much. Kita kits next week.